900 plus on hand here this evening to shout Kaze ni Nare before this one gets underway.
Just the mere sight of the Japanese legend in the AEW ring in the Commodore Ballroom, prompting the holy shit chants from this capacity crowd. Wow. Just living it.
As Minoru Suzuki, in his first trip to British Columbia, is soaking in the respect of this crowd. But he might have to center himself as he's got quite a fight on deck here this evening. Maybe a man more than 30 years his junior lined up across from him tonight, Jordan Bowman. But there is a hell of amount of fight packed inside Judas Icarus, and he's about to unleash it here on the murder grandpa, Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, Judas Icarus shows us what he's made of every time he steps through those ropes. Tonight is going to be no different. A massive test, to be sure, but Judas Icarus is not going down without a fight.
And Judas would never reveal this himself, but I might not be the human server yet, Jordan Bowman, but I have done some Nardwuar-level research ahead of this one.
Have you now?
And I can confirm that Judas Icarus, growing up had posters of Minoru Suzuki on his wall as a teenager. This is a dream match for that young man here tonight. And you know he is gonna bring the effort of a lifetime. It doesn't get any bigger than this. The main event of the Commodore Ballroom against the king of Pancrase, the king of New Japan, the king of professional wrestling, Minoru Suzuki. And this crowd going crazy for the very first lockup as these men try to gain waist control right now. It's Icarus with a front headlock. Suzuki leaning against the ropes for the break. Some veteran savvy from the 54-year-old to escape an early hold from Judas Icarus. Perhaps playing mind games right now is Minoru Suzuki, trying to get in the head of that young man across from him.
Gotta wonder how long Judas Icarus thought of this moment, dreamed of this moment, and maybe never even thought it would happen, Justin.
And honestly, the smile on his face in the early stages of this one, Minoru Suzuki might be enjoying himself even more than Judas Icarus to be having this match here tonight. Now it's Icarus who will find the ropes to break up a hold. And Suzuki who will have to step away. Icarus returning those mind games right back to Suzuki, who is quieting this crowd, preparing to unload some loud chops. In so many words, Judas Icarus just told them to bring it.
Some of those words we can't say on the broadcast.
Certainly not. Suzuki sizing him up like, are you sure, kid? Are you sure this is what you want?
Now I think Judas Icarus might be second guessing that.
An open palm strike from Minoru Suzuki right into the pectoral of Judas Icarus, and you can see the way that one stung him. Just the one strike.
Lost feeling in that arm.
Judas having to shake it out. Suzuki welcoming a blow in return.
Let's see what the new generation's got.
Bring it, kid. Oh, he put some mustard on that one. A chop across the chest of Minoru Suzuki. But Suzuki does not look impressed.
He's going to need some mustard and relish on one of those drops to get a reaction out of Minoru Suzuki.
A huge strike yet again, another open palm chop across the chest.
Icarus looked like he was going to vomit for a second.
And another chop in return that has Suzuki straight up laughing in his face. Another open palm strike. Another chop. You're going to trade them back and forth with increasing frequency right now. And I just lost count, but that might have been a dozen chops in a row from Judas Icarus into the body of Minoru Suzuki, and he finally takes Suzuki off his feet.
Judas Icarus has managed to survive the opening salvo so far, but you look at the red in his chest and in his collarbone, and as he tends to the lost feeling in that left arm, tons of damage already done, Justin.
And not just a champion in the wrestling ring, Jordan Bowman, is Suzuki. Minoru, an accomplished MMA fighter as well. 50 fights in his career with a 60% winning rate. 30 W's on his fight card, not too bad from a guy who is as tough as they come inside the squared circle. That's the reputation that Judas Icarus carries here in the Pacific Northwest. A street fighting man, as Suzuki with an armbar upside down into the ropes, and he's gonna have to break that hold before he gets disqualified. Referee Mark Gage with the count. And Suzuki will finally relent. Dragging Icarus to the outside is Minoru Suzuki. Will lay a big knee into the midsection, and down goes Icarus.
Minoru Suzuki laid in with kicks, grabbing the hair, big shot to the left temple, Judas Icarus.
Talked about it. This is a match that Icarus has spent the bulk of his life dreaming about, but that dream may be turning into a nightmare before our eyes with another heavy open palm strike to the chest from Minoru Suzuki.
Justin, I think the dream turned into a nightmare at the first palm strike to the chest.
Suzuki taking this match back to the outside yet again, this time on the far side of the ring. You see a fan in the front row just absolutely losing his mind that he just exchanged words with none other than Minoru Suzuki himself.
So great to be able to be here at the Commodore, see a legend like Minoru Suzuki live in person with 900 of your closest friends.
And this is a match that will live forever. A show, a night that will live forever in the history of wrestling here in the Pacific Northwest. They don't come any bigger than this. Judas Icarus not backing down one bit, getting right in the face of Suzuki, giving him another big chop. And Suzuki comes right back with his heaviest open palm strike of the night so far.
The first couple rows around that chop felt the shock waves from it. That was devastating.
The King of Pancrase showing right now exactly how he earned that moniker, as he's now stretching out and finding some time to enjoy himself in the middle of that ring. The referee Mark Gage gets busy on the count. In comes Icarus after a count of 4.
Back to Icarus calling for more attacks to the chest. Also not using his full count on the outside of the ring there, coming in at 4.
He wants this. He's dreamed about this.
He's alone in that because I'm nervous just being this close to Minoru Suzuki.
Once again, Suzuki getting warned by referee Mark Gage to watch himself lest he get disqualified here. And after releasing the hold, Suzuki with a big kick into the ribs of Icarus, who's staggered by that blow. Finally seeing the wages of this war taking their toll on young Judas Icarus.
He's out. He's got to be out. Minoru Suzuki giving last rites to Judas Icarus, the Born Sinner. And Judas rise from the mat.
Big elbow strike from Suzuki right into the face of Icarus. Perhaps Minoru Suzuki should keep his focus on his opponent instead of getting into it with the entire crowd here. 900 plus. A sold-out capacity crowd at the Commodore Ballroom, and the bulk of them have come here to see one man. He is in the ring right now, and he's finally taking a beating from a rebounding Judas Icarus, who nearly put him away right there. Though Suzuki able to get the shoulder up at 2.
That's the thing. There have been a couple instances in this match, Justin, where Suzuki's toyed with Judas Icarus. Now, I don't know how many Icarus matches he's seen, but you and I have watched a ton, and we know there's a lot of fight in this kid.
Huge running uppercut into the corner from Icarus, who's found his second wind here.
Might see the demeanor of Minoru Suzuki change and shift here as Judas Icarus starts a bit of a comeback.
Judas Icarus, the pride of Vancouver Island, and no doubt there are many who have made the trek over on BC ferries to be in attendance here tonight, who would love to see their local kid pick up the win of his life. And some disrespect right there from Suzuki yet again, as he tried to get the pin with 1 foot on the chest of Judas.
So smooth, so vicious, that transition to an armbar from Minoru Suzuki.
It's quite a takedown to get here as well. Suzuki in full control right now, as Icarus trying to wrench his entire body to just get half a foot closer to that bottom rope and break up the hold. Can he get there? Just by the tips of his fingers, he does. Much to the chagrin of Minoru, who has to break the hold.
I don't know if I'd say chagrin. I think he's a little excited he gets to deal out some more punishment here.
I think he just really liked that hold and would have loved to keep it going.
It was a good hold. Great hold.
And again, a little playfulness from the veteran, just slapping the head of his opponent. And how much disrespect is Judas Icarus going to take here tonight before he comes firing right back with some big strikes of his own? That might have been the one to do it. A big forearm from Icarus, and Suzuki will return one in kind. They will now exchange blows in the middle of the ring. Flying elbows back and forth, big forearm strikes.
That's the thing about it, Justin. You, me, and all these people here know exactly who Minoru Suzuki's in the ring with. And now Suzuki's learning it himself.
The King of New Japan is lined up across from the Prince of the Commodore Ballroom. That might have been a knockout blow right there. We talked about Suzuki's extensive MMA background, and it's punches like that that have won him all kinds of fights inside the octagon, and many more inside the squared circle as well.
Icarus will not stay down.
Suzuki, impressed by the resiliency he's seen from this young man.
Impressed or annoyed?
I think he's impressed right now, but give it a few minutes and he might get to a state of irritation.
He'll be on high alert. Look at the red marks on the back of Judas Icarus.
Suzuki, meanwhile, sported some red welts in his midsection as well, so it's not as though the strikes of Icarus haven't made their mark. And a lighthouse lariat from Icarus will take Suzuki off his feet. Judas looking to put him away, but Suzuki kicks out at 2.
But think about what this will do for the career of Judas Icarus, for the confidence of Judas Icarus to topple this legend.
Just sharing a ring with him is sure to take Icarus to another level, right across the entire pro wrestling world. Whether he can pick up the W here tonight or not. The entire globe has to stand up and take notice of the fight he is bringing to Suzuki right now. Chop after 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 chop. Double axe handle to the chest, and up goes Suzuki. Oshigoroshi! Suzuki cradling his skull as Icarus goes for the cover, but Suzuki kicks out at 2.
Oh, the despair on the face of Judas Icarus. He was so close. He knows it.
I know you mentioned it not long ago, Jordan, but my goodness, the back of Judas Icarus looks like he's been taking strikes from a kendo stick this evening as Suzuki looks to lock in the sleeper hold. No, he'll release it. And another big blow to the face as Suzuki goes looking for that Gotch pile driver to put this one away. The Gotch style pile driver bringing Icarus up and holding him there. Can Icarus reverse? No! There it is!
Sickening.
Lights out! 2, 3! There he is! Your winner! Minoru Suzuki, who just gave these Vancouver fans a show they will never, ever forget.
Unbelievable!
This might be the best night of live wrestling that any of these 900 plus fans in attendance here at the Commodore Ballroom may ever witness in their entire lives. And that man right there, a big reason why, as now he's got Mark Gage, the referee, up. No, he will let him go. There it is, the playfulness yet again of Minoru Suzuki, who even at 54 years old, just 2 months away from his 55th birthday, has never lost his love of professional wrestling, and we got to witness it in an absolute classic here tonight against Judas Icarus.
What an incredible night of wrestling, top to bottom. What a card. We saw the past, we saw the present, and we saw the future here at NEW. What a night.
On behalf of all of us here at Nation Extreme Wrestling, including the one and only Minoru Suzuki, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending your evening here with us at NEW 12, an absolute classic. He's been Jordan Bowman, I am Justin Morissette, and we thank you so much for spending your evening with us, watching the greatest sport in the world. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.